Be careful what you reveal at work, because one day your words may stop being a conversation and become a file. That frustrated sentence you said in private, that fear you admitted during a vulnerable moment, that plan you shared before it was ready, that ambition you confessed to the wrong person, all of it can be remembered, repeated, twisted, screenshotted, documented, and used against you when power changes hands. You may think you are just being honest. You may think you are building trust. You may think, we are colleagues, we work together, what is the harm? But the workplace is not your living room. It is a political environment where information travels faster than loyalty. And the darker truth is this: people do not always use what they know about you with compassion. Sometimes they use it with ego. Sometimes with envy. Sometimes with fear. Sometimes with self-interest. Arthur Schopenhauer had a dark view of human nature for a reason. He understood that people are not always guided by truth or kindness. Many are guided by desire, insecurity, comparison, and survival. And Sun Tzu understood something just as dangerous. The side that controls information controls the battle. So before you reveal anything at work, ask yourself one question. Would I still be safe if this information reached the wrong person? Because your words can become reputation. Your honesty can become evidence. Your weakness can become leverage. And your plans can become targets. So before you speak too freely again, remember these 5 things you should never reveal at work. 1. Never reveal your next move. Not too early, not to the wrong person, not before the move is already protected. Sun Tzu understood that strategy depends on secrecy. The moment your opponent knows where you are going, they can prepare the ground before you arrive. At work, this means be careful before revealing that you are planning to resign, applying elsewhere, preparing for an internal transfer, collecting evidence, building a side income, or waiting for the right moment to escalate an issue. Because once the wrong person knows your plan, they can move before you. They can question your loyalty. They can block your transfer. They can damage your reputation before you leave. They can suddenly become friendly just to extract more information. And the worst part, you may not even know who told them. So keep your next move quiet until it is real. The move they cannot see is the move they cannot sabotage. 2. Never reveal your weaknesses. Not every weakness, not every fear, not every pressure point in your life needs to be visible to people who may one day have power over you. Machiavelli understood that power studies weakness before it attacks. And in the workplace, weakness often becomes leverage. If your manager knows you are terrified of losing your job, they may overwork you because they know you will not push back. If they know you need approval, they may control you with small doses of praise. If they know you avoid conflict, they may keep crossing your boundaries because they know you will stay silent. If they know you are financially desperate, they may underpay you and still expect loyalty. This does not mean you should become fake. It means you should stop handing people the exact price at which you can be controlled. Because in the wrong hands, vulnerability does not create connection. It creates access, and access can become control. 3. Never reveal what disturbs your center. The third thing you should never reveal is what makes you lose control. What makes you angry? What makes you panic? What makes you over-explain? What makes you defensive? What criticism breaks your confidence? What kind of person can trigger you with one sentence? Miyamoto Musashi understood rhythm. In combat, if your opponent understands your rhythm, they can interrupt it. They can draw you in, rush you, freeze you, or make you strike before you are ready. The workplace has rhythm too. Some people provoke you not because they want the truth, but because they want your reaction. They poke the wound. Then they act surprised when you bleed. They push you in private, then use your public reaction as proof that you are unstable, emotional, difficult, or immature. So do not reveal your emotional buttons too easily. Do not show exactly where the knife should go. When they bait you, slow down. When they accuse you, ask for specifics. When they exaggerate, return to facts. If they know your trigger, they do not need power. They only need timing. 4. Never reveal your wins to envious people. The fourth thing you should never reveal at work is your success to people who cannot celebrate it. This includes your salary, your bonus, your side income, your praise from leadership, your special access, your promotion hints, your close relationship with someone powerful, your personal advantages. You may think you are sharing good news, but Schopenhauer understood something uncomfortable about human nature. People are not always moved by kindness or reason. Many are moved by comparison, ego, envy, and self-interest. Not everyone sees your success as inspiration. Some see it as an insult. Some will smile and say, "That is amazing," while quietly asking, "Why him and not me?" Then the jokes begin, then the gossip begins, then the small comments begin. He thinks he is special now. She is only getting ahead because someone likes her. He is not that good. Envy rarely announces itself as envy. It disguises itself as concern, as humor, as advice, as fairness. So be careful where you place your wins. Some people do not want your story. They want your weakness. 5. Never reveal your ambition to resentful people. Not because ambition is wrong, but because the wrong people will punish you for having it. Nietzsche understood resentment deeply. He saw how people who feel powerless can begin to hate strength, confidence, hunger, and growth in others. At work, this matters. Tell the wrong person you want leadership, and suddenly you are too political. Say you want promotion, and suddenly you are impatient. Say you want to outgrow the team, and suddenly you are not loyal. Say you believe you are capable of more, and suddenly you are arrogant. This is how resentful people protect themselves. They do not attack your ability directly. They attack your character. They make your hunger look like ego. They make your confidence look like threat. They make your growth look like betrayal. So do not reveal your ambition to people who are secretly offended by anyone trying to rise. Let your work speak. Let your timing mature. Let your options grow in silence. Because ambition is powerful, but exposed too early, it becomes a target. Move before they understand what you are becoming. So understand what these 5 warnings are really teaching you. This is not about becoming paranoid. It is about becoming selective. You do not need to lie. You do not need to act cold. You do not need to treat every coworker like an enemy. But you do need to understand one brutal truth. Access to you is power. Access to your plans. Access to your fears. Access to your triggers. Access to your wins. Access to your ambition. The more careless you are with that access, the easier you become to read. And the person who is easy to read becomes easy to predict. The person who is easy to predict becomes easy to provoke. And the person who is easy to provoke becomes easy to control. Sun Tzu teaches you to protect your strategy. Machiavelli teaches you to protect your weakness from power. Musashi teaches you to protect your center. Schopenhauer teaches you to protect your success from envy. Nietzsche teaches you to protect your ambition from resentment. That is the real lesson. At work, silence is not dishonesty. Privacy is not arrogance. Restraint is not weakness. It is self-protection. Because the workplace rewards people who know when to speak, but it protects people who know when to stay silent. So the next time someone says, "You can be honest with me," pause. The next time someone asks, "So what are your future plans?" pause. The next time someone tries to make you vent, explain, confess, brag, or reveal too much, pause and ask yourself, have they earned this information? Or are they collecting something that may one day become useful against me? Because not every listener is a friend. Some people are witnesses, some are messengers, some are competitors, and some are simply waiting for you to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. So now I want you to answer something honestly. Which of these 5 is the most dangerous thing to reveal at work? Your next move, your weakness, your trigger, your success, or your ambition? And more importantly, which one have you already seen being used against someone? Because the answer may tell you more about your workplace than any HR policy ever will.